Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. So today I have another full face off brand, whatever it is. Well, you know what it is because you've seen the thumbnail and the title. So I'm doing a full face of BH Cosmetics. So I have never used BH Cosmetics before until I did a video about my makeup collection, but like only the like spooky bits. And I got BH Cosmetics' new Halloween palette. And I used it and I was like, this pigment is amazing. It was so pigmented. So then I instantly went on Beauty Bay and BH's Cosmetics website and ordered some stuff. So I have quite a few bits. I actually have loads and loads of palettes. I didn't realize how many I ordered, but there was quite a decent sale. So I got my hands on a few. So we're going to try a bit of everything that I could get my hands on that was available. I'm really impatient, so I don't like waiting for things to come in stock. But I have enough to have an opinion of a brand or make an opinion of a brand. So that is what we are doing today. But first of all, if you are new here to my channel, welcome. My name is Robert. I'm a professional makeup artist here on YouTube and also in real life. And it's my goal to help you become a pro yourself or just someone who's really good at makeup. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, then please consider subscribing. Okay, let's just do it. I'm going to start with my brows first, eyes, and then skin. So I don't have my usual brow gel in. I actually haven't penciled in my brows for a really long time. The brow gel that I use, or like the, yeah, I guess it's a brow gel, is so good at holding my brows in place and making a nice shape that I just don't reach for a brow pencil anymore. However, I did pick up the HD Brow Pencil, Studio Pro apparently, whatever that means. And this is the shade Ebony. I hope it's dark enough. The sticker kind of looks grey, I don't know why. So this is extremely thin, which is a good sign. And it has a really nice small brush on the end here. Please be dark enough. That's not Ebony. Okay, whatever. So Ebony is this kind of deep brown shade. So it's going to be a little bit too light for my brows, but let's just see how we get on, shall we? I'm just going to start by filling in the little gaps underneath my brow here. You know what I forgot? I actually have a primer as well, which I will use after this. I like to leave the front of my brows because they're so thick and dense. I like to leave them kind of untouched, so at least they don't look too blocked off. So I'm just going to pencil in my brow here. Now my brow hairs naturally grow downwards, so they grow upwards here and then downwards. So I am just trying to follow the natural growth of my brow. And I'm just going to take the little brush on the back there and just blend that out very gently. So it applies really nicely, actually. It goes on really smooth and it is very precise, which I really like in a brow pencil. I would have liked it to be a smidge darker. I believe I chose a darker shade. And I mean, even if you do have black eyebrows, you still don't want to go for a pitch black pencil because then it looks matte and completely dark. You still want some like life to your brow. So it doesn't need to be pitch black, but I would like at least like a deep brown. A lot of people ask why I don't colour in my scar. One, because it's a little bit difficult to get product onto scar tissue unless it's like a pen. Pencils tend to not sit very well on top of scar tissue. They go like this weird like crumbly texture on my brows. But also, if I shade in this part of the scar, it makes this brow look 100 times thicker than this brow. And they're shaped in a way that allows for my scar to be there. And also I like it, so I don't shade it in. Somebody once commented on one of my videos, no self-respecting makeup artist would do their eyebrows and not pencil in their scar. And I was like, well, that's a very precise comment. Give me an example. If you have scars, you are more than welcome to become a makeup artist, just so you know. That's like saying a doctor's never allowed to break his arm. Oh, I like it. I like the pencil. I like the texture. It's very smooth, very soft. And actually, I'm not mad at the color looking at it now. I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm actually going to keep this to one side in my trolley. That's where my like products go that I use a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Paradise Prime Hydrating Face Primer. Oh, it's not even on camera. This one. Now, I'm oily, but the reason I chose hydrating is that coming into the colder months now, my skin is starting to get a little bit dehydrated. Not dry, but dehydrated. So the texture is becoming weird. So it has that silicone-y kind of texture to it, which I'm actually not a fan of personally. I know people are. That's nothing to do with the product. That's just me. Personal preference. However, I do find these primers helpful with skin texture. So with things like dehydration, or say you're extremely dry and you have those really almost like crumbly areas of the skin. They're usually around the nose or the forehead or on the cheeks or just under the eyes. I thought this was going to be more of like a cream. I guess I always think of hydration as creamy products, almost like moisturizing in texture, but that's fine. I'm going to put on some eye primer. Again, eye primer isn't something I could find on a website or on Beauty Base. I'm going to be using my own. Okay, so eye primer done. Let's have a little look at all these colors. I got so many palettes and I think there was one sent for free. So I got the Stellar Constellations, Galaxy Chic, Aurora Lights. I think it was like get this free. This is Golden Twilight, which I'm not actually interested in, to be fair. The Zodiac Palette, which looks amazing. And then this is the Run Wild by Tina Young palette. I also got the Blueberry Muffin palette and the Trendy in Tokyo palette. I actually really like this Blueberry Muffin palette, so I'm thinking of taking this and maybe mixing in some of the like shinier ones from the other palettes. Yeah, that looks really good. Oh, I was expecting a blueberry smell. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this looks nice. Yeah, let's do it. Fuck it. Okay, there's too much option and I can't deal. Okay, so... Oh, you know what? That primer feels like it's really gotten into my skin. Feels good. Can't really feel it anymore. Perfect. So let's go in with the shade Delish, which is this shade here. It'll be interesting to see from a very affordable brand like this, and I always say this, but with the matte bright colors that are almost version on pastel, how the color payoff is and how the blendability is. So let's give that a go. Oh, I just really want it to smell like blueberry muffin. Okay, so I was a little bit like, okay, that didn't blend very well, but actually that was my technique. I blame my technique because it's fine here. For some reason, I took the color too high up in my initial application. Usually I apply the shade and then I'll take like a different brush and then blend that out. Whereas for some reason on this side, I decided to put the shade everywhere and too high up, so that's my fault. Color's really nice, blends really nice and smoothly. It's a good color payoff even after blending. It's not the initial like intense pigmentation you get when you initially apply. Just hit my microphone, but you know, that's fine. Still good color. Okay, let's go in with So Good just to deepen the Oh, I really like these blues. I really like them. I'm not really usually a fan of pastel or pastels, but having a good time. All right. I'm not sure what the point of me doing that was because I want to deepen those outside corners. Anyway, I don't have to. I don't have to. Okay, so I really like the look of a lot of these shimmers. Tempting here is very tempting. So is it sugared? Sugared? Yeah, I guess. No, I quite like Tempting. Let's do Tempting on the outside corner here. I said that like I was going to say something else. I'm not. That was it. Ooh. You know what? I really like that. I might just take it across. Now, as somebody who doesn't like glitter, just personal preference, I don't like it on my skin. I appreciate like a shimmer like this or a metallic that looks intense in that color, you know? Almost like that intense shine and glitter would give off. Very nice. Okay, so let's go into the Zodiac palette. I just want to be real, truthful. So I don't know if this is actually a dyslexia thing, but I'm quite severely dyslexic. So when I associate things with things a lot to make things make sense in my mind. So I always remember this one time I went to Greece, and at the time I was working for MAC Cosmetics, and I remember walking into this market and seeing all this fake MAC makeup. And all the palettes had these round palettes like this, and I think that's why I've never tried BH Cosmetics, because I've always thought it looks like fake makeup. But I'm assuming these are baked like most round. I don't know. That's an opinion. Baked, yeah. And they have a little bit more of a rounder shape. So I can safely say they don't they don't give off the vibe of fake makeup to me anymore. So we'll go for Gemini, which is a silvery shade. Well, it's not a silvery shade, it is silver. I'm just going to tap that on the inside here. So I'm just going to bring that colour up, and then I'm going to go back in with my, what's this, the shade that I last used this brush with, the blue on the lid, and just tap over. I haven't added any extra product. I'm just going over with what's already on the brush, just to blend that in gently and get a nice kind of fade. Cool. Okay, you know what I really want to do, but maybe I'll do it after my foundation and concealer, is I want to bring that blue out a little bit more, just to make it a little bit more interesting, but we'll do that afterwards because I'm thinking it can get quite messy. Very happy. I'm happy I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 eyeshadow palettes from them now. I'm kind of having regrets of not using the brand sooner. So there was no foundation online, unless I completely missed it, and I don't know if, oh, can I just say fallout? I don't know if there is any fallout. There's a tiny bit, like the smallest amount. So what was I saying? Yeah, no foundation. So I've chosen the concealer. This is the Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer, the shade 113. And I also got 114, I think, as well, which now looks a little bit too dark. But I like to, when I'm doing these brands off a full face, I know there are websites out there where you can go on and it'll compare the product for you, the shades, and you can get right shade. I don't like doing that. I like to try and see how easy it is to pick your shade from the website. So it has this really interesting tip right here. So I'm just going to use that. It's almost like an eye cream tip to apply. I'm going to use this whole thing as a foundation. So we're going to full coverage today. Let me zoom out a bit. If I seem a little bit weird today, I'm just tired. I also have a Studio Pro Beauty Sponge. Now I don't, and it's pre-dampened. I don't like to buy brushes when I do these videos because I have so many brushes. If I keep buying brushes, I'm going to become overwhelmed with brushes. So 113 is very orange on my skin. So maybe I should have gone for something a little bit lighter, but you know what? On camera, it's going to look fine. But in real life, it is quite orangey. This is a nice blender. Nothing crazy. Nothing like overly, you know, like, oh my God, innovative. But, you know, it's good. I'm sure it was a decent price. Well, I really actually don't like using blenders. Now, I do wish I had a lighter concealer to kind of brighten up under my eyes a little bit, but I don't really want to substitute. Okay, shall we look at the skin close up? Where's my mirror? I mean, I don't mind it. It's fine. It's pretty smooth, applies nicely. It's actually quite nice as a foundation for a concealer. It blends out quite nice. It doesn't feel overly cakey on my skin, actually. So next up is the translucent setting powder. Cute, okay, so that's nice. It has a nice little, what's it called? Thing. Got a mirror in there. Little puff. And it's one of the ones with like the Just a Classic holes in. I hate what brands are doing now with the netting inside. I say now, I feel like I've been doing it for a while. So the powder comes with this pad, so that's what I'm going to use. No, I can't. No. It's not a bad like puff at all. I just love using brushes for my powder. So both my blush and highlight are going to be powder, so that's why I'm applying the translucent powder first. You don't have to do that, by the way. It doesn't really matter. Very nice powder. It hasn't, some powders, especially like more affordable ones, can be quite patchy and tend to cake up on certain areas of the skin. This has made it look very smooth. I feel smooth. So I'm just going to finish up under the eyes and the rest of the eyes first. I'm actually going to take the shade, which was the second deeper shade we used. Just run that under the eye here. I'm going to stop it out there because I want to pop the lighter blue in. I'm just leaning over slightly, sorry, because I don't want any fallout now I've done my skin. That's kind of crazy. But I'm just going to take the same brush and use that shade Delish, which was that light blue. Pop that in there. Overlap slightly. And just blend that underneath. So I'm going to go back into the Blueberry Muffin palette, and I'm going to choose the shade Cheat Day, which is this kind of, I guess it's kind of purple, but not really. And I just want to wing this out quite a bit. Stop. So eyes are done. Moving on to blush. I bought two of the blush palettes. These are the Truffle? I can't read that. Like, yeah, Truffle. So this is the Chocolate Orange Truffle and the Vanilla Cherry Truffle, which are these guys. So the Chocolate Orange, as expected, is peachy tones. These are my kind of go-to blusher colors for me when I'm wearing blush. And then the Vanilla Cherry has these slightly deeper tones. I personally would never wear this or this here. This maybe, but it was more this one I was kind of looking at. Let's do two. Why not? Oh, they do smell. Oh my God. Oh, yeah. You know what they smell like? Does anyone remember those dolls and they were cupcakes? Like you turned them inside out and they were a cupcake and their hat was a lid, the top of a cupcake even, and their dresses were the cupcake. And they smelt like the kind of cupcake they were. Okay. So I'm going to take this bottom shade here from the Chocolate Orange, and then I'm going to take this, this one here. So I'm going to sculpt the cheeks quite a bit. So I'm going to start up here. These do have quite a bit of pigmentation. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, they're very strong. My goodness me. Oh, I got a spot there. Oh. So I'm taking it up in this direction. Then I'm going to layer the darker one here. And I'm going to highlight just here so we get a nice... I keep hearing like a tap dripping. But like really loudly. And obviously, I mean, not obviously, but this room doesn't have a tap in. So... I'm guessing it's some kind of water ghost. So I'm going to take the deeper one just here, or do I go for that one? No, let's go for this deeper one. I'm just going to tuck it underneath this blush. So it's almost like we're contouring, but with two blush shades. And I'm going to do it quite heavy so we can see the positioning first. Like so. I'm just going to buff that in until I feel like it's okay. Very 80s. I feel like, remember back in the old days when you would go and get your hair cut, but the barbers or like whatever still had a picture of their 80s haircuts in the windows, and there would always be the lady with bright pink blush and loads of makeup and like a quiff. That's what this blush reminds me of. I mean, this is a lot of blush, but I'm kind of not really mad at it. So I got the impression that this next palette was quite popular because it was out of stock on Beauty Bay. This is a Belgian Waffle bronzer and highlighter palette. So these are all the shades inside. No smell. Okay, so I'm going to go for the shade Syrup to do some highlighting. Ooh. Oh, I like that a lot. Yeah, nice, cool. Blushes and the highlighters have a really nice blendable texture to them. They all kind of gel well together. Yeah. So I also got these So Extra. This is the espresso shot and the chai latte. So there's almost like a flat color, like a pink or a brown tone, and then a shimmer to put on top. I'm looking at the espresso shot because everything's quite colourful. I have orange on my cheeks, I have blue on my eyes. I want to go for something a little bit more natural. Oh, High Shine Lip Plumping Gloss. So the applicator, I like these applicators because it's pretty much a one dip where it has that little hole in the top there. It stores a little bit of a product. Oh, that sounds good. So personal preference for me, I do like these shades where it's just like, oh, that's just your lip colour. You could just be wearing like lip balm. So I really like it. It's really comfortable. Lip plumping, I'm not feeling anything, so that's good. I don't like those ones that burn your lips off just to plump a little bit, you know? So let's apply this kind of shimmer one. Oh. Ah, yeah. Okay, so when I initially put that on, I was like, oh shit. But actually, when it's blended into that gloss, yeah, it just has a nice shine. I think looking at it here, it almost looks, can you see it properly? It almost looks really gold and almost like metallic. Whereas on the lip, yes, it has that slight metallic tint to it, but not really. It just looks like a high shine. I like that a lot. So we have these false eyelashes. These are, oh, it says D305. Oh, that seems very factory set. Okay, let's give them a go. Now, they do kind of seem like that plasticky kind of finish to me. I do prefer a faux mink, which you can get in drugstore as well. And it came with this glue that just very vaguely says eyelash adhesive. So I'm not going to use that. Oh, no, I will. Come on. It's actually quite a nice rib. It's not too solid and it's not too loose. If it's too loose, sometimes it can be really difficult to apply. And sometimes if it's too solid, same again, you can't really bend it. Oh my God, that just exploded. Ugh, it smells horrible. Right, come on in. I'm sure it'll be easy to find an eyelash adhesive of your own though. To source one that doesn't explode. I mean, I'm lucky I always wear black because that went absolutely everywhere. Okay. Okay, so that is the finished look. The lashes are quite nice, very easy to put on. They physically feel a bit, I'll be honest, cheap, but they look pretty nice. They give a nice lift to your outside corner. They look nice and feathery from that way, that way. Yeah, nice. I like them. I would use them again, even though I just called them cheap. I would use them again. They look really nice. Yeah, so let's summarize. So let me shorten this summary by saying everything that came in palette form, highlighter, blusher, eyeshadows, I absolutely love. I love the way they work together. I love the way they blend. I love the pigmentation. Really, really nice. No regrets at all in terms of those palettes. I love the blushers. I think I can try and make use of a lot of the colours as well. So I'm very happy there. Highlighter as well. Brows, happy. Went on really well. I would like the darker shade to be a tiny bit darker, but other than that, they don't look grossly, outrageously light compared to my hair, or compared to the brows. Lashes are good. Lipstick is good. The concealer as a foundation, not so much on me. Initially when it went on, it's fine, but I'm finding I'm getting little pockets that are kind of oxidizing quite quickly. Now that may be because I use a hydrating base primer, but also I did use a new moisturizer today that I wouldn't usually use. That was maybe slightly too rich for my skin. So I do kind of blame, in any brand, foundation, the way foundation sits and all that, some part of it on the prep. So I think I prepped incorrectly for my skin type and this foundation. So, or concealer. But under the eyes, it's sitting wonderfully, so there's no complaint there. The blender's good, the beauty sponge is good. I just find them really messy and I don't personally like to use them. I'm very happy. I would like to start using these palettes again, experiment with more color, but really, when do I have time? Let's be real. Oh, the powder. I've got to speak about the powder. The sponge that came with it, if you're used to using a sponge, is absolutely fine. I prefer to use a brush. Really fine. I'm actually liking the way my skin isn't. Considering I'm oily and I've used a hydrating primer and a richer moisturizer than I usually would, there's no oil coming through at the moment. It all looks kind of like set in place. So I really, really like that powder. Yeah, so very impressed, very happy. Don't really know what else to say, to be honest with you. So let me know your thoughts on the products below. Let me know if you have any favorite products from BH Cosmetics. Let me know other brands that you would like to see me do a full face off below also. And thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And please consider also subscribing if you want to. Check out a few more of my videos. You never know. You might like me. Okay. Thank you so much again. I will see you very soon. Bye.